question is, if I'm stuck coping with a job through unhealthy means, how do I turn to Christ?
All right, first responders, one thing that we all do because of the job that we have is struggle with the way that we cope with the things that we see. A lot of times, our last really reaction is to turn to God. It's almost always to turn to the world and the things that might take our mind off of what just happened. Shoot, even with the way the world shows us to the rest of the world, that's what we do. Any show, movie, whatever, what do they do after they leave a terrible call when they get off the job? Straight to the bar, straight to an unhealthy relationship, straight to something that's going to fill that void, that's going to help them get past what they just went through and give them something to take their mind off of it. But God says that's the last thing you want to do. God says, run to me, turn to me, not this world. This world's not going to give you the answers. It's not going to give you the satisfaction of what you're looking for. Only He can. See, in 1 Peter 5:8, God says that we need to be sober-minded, that Satan is actually prowling around like a roaring lion, looking to devour anyone who sinks into these things. Because let's face it, when we sink into these things, it's hard to pull ourselves out. In fact, we can't. We go to a lot of different groups, we do a lot of different things, and a lot of the people that we actually work with are doing the same things. We need to try to avoid those things. We need to run to God and not to the world. And when we do that, God says a few things are going to happen. First off, when we resist Him, we stand firm in the faith. Same verses, 1 Peter 5, stand firm in your faith in verse 9. And when we do that, we can know that everything that we're going through isn't just being experienced by us, but it's also being experienced by other believers around the world. That can give us foundation and hope and structure that God is taking care of all who are His, and we can lean into that, right? Because the next verses are huge. In verse 10, He says, and after a little while, right? He says, the God of all grace will Himself restore you. He'll confirm and strengthen you firm in the faith. So whenever we go through these things at work, whenever we're struggling, don't run to substance abuse. Don't run to self-medicating with whatever your little fix is. Run to Christ. Look to Him. Stay constant in prayer. Study His Word. Stay firm in the faith.